Hi, it's been a long time since I've filmed for this channel, because we've been busy. There's been a lot going on since the last episode of the Master Sword build. So, allow me to run you through the past... It's been 3 weeks, I think? Anyway, so first we went to the lake house after forging on the sword, and it was hot on the way there, and hot there. We fiddled around with the boat some, and then came home. After we got home, we invented Texas-style gardening. Then there was a hurricane nearby. The hurricane did not hit us, so we had to do board removal Texas-style. Next, we went to Fort Worth to visit our family up there, and I got to visit Andrew from Blacksmithing Tools to check out a couple power hammers. That was a lot of fun. It was very hot in Fort Worth. Then we came back home. It's been a bit since then, a couple days. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork because college started. Charlie, the cat, has been helping me out. And now we're here. So we aren't working on the Master Sword because a couple of reasons behind that. I'll explain that in a separate video. But yeah, not working on the Master Sword. Okay, it's right after the bit I did for the where I cut the steel down to size, and now I got that spare piece of steel. It's time to make a knife for my nephew. First step is cutting it down to a more suitable length, and then it's on to forging, so yeah. What's up? You moved Betty, no. Yeah, really. Try doing it, you try doing it one-handed. Since we're working with fire. +20 gallons of gasoline. I think it's time for heat number 1, let's go. Ah yes, whoa. First drop of the day. be back to forging. I don't really have a plan for this thing. I just kind of think this up as I go along. So yeah, haha. Oh my god, that's bright. Nice, 2 heats and we had the tip roughed in. Man, the forge is running well today. Alright. There's the profile of the tip. You can switch it around and forge the tang. Mercy, that thing's hot today. Shit. Ah, it burnt the end off. Damn it. Careless. I thought I'd turn the forge down enough. Son of a... Oh my gosh. Shit. Turn it down, please. Quick, turn it down. No, that's probably the rest of this thing. Stop hitting my camera! Well, that was the worst heat yet. I really need some knife tongs. Stay hydrated, kids. This knife's being a real problem, child. Okay, so I feel like I've done enough forging on for the time being to get my rough shape done. So now I'm gonna stick on top of the forge, the slowly dying forge, and let it slowly come to heat. So that way it's good and soft to grind on. It's good and warm. We're just going to sit here and let it air cool. Alright, so now it's barely glowing. You can't see it in the light, but in the dark it's still got a slight glow to it. So now I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, that's the vibration caused by the fan. Oh, I'm sorry if you've been vibrating this whole time. Now that it's cooler, I'm just gonna stick it over here on the small anvil to finish cooling all the way down to air temperature. Yeah. Alright, so I'm certain the question of the hour now is why is he beating a piece of mild steel into a square at the end? Well, can you get the touch mark? Will be explained momentarily. Thank you. This is our current touch mark. Good focus. There you go. It's pretty big and brutish. It makes a pretty ugly indentation. And I don't want that on my nephew's knife, so instead of making a bit more refined one for this knife, out of mild steel. Not the best for touch marks, but it'll work for the time being. Now, if anybody's actually watching this, some of you may be wondering how old this nephew is. He is going to be 9 years old. Now, for those of you who know their ways around blade steels, you'll probably be wondering why I'm making a 9-year-old of a knife out of 1084. Should I be using stainless? Technically, yes. Stainless is a much more forgiving material for a knife to be made of for a young person. Kind of stupid. However, I don't like stainless. It's mean to work with, behaves funny under heat, hard to heat treat and all that, and it's expensive. And I don't have that kind of money, and I had 1084 on hand. Secondly, my theory here is that if his first knife is made of a high carbon, non-corrosion resistant steel like 1084, he'll learn by using that knife how to properly care for his future knives that he possibly definitely gets from us. So, kind of a dual purpose right there. Trying to get the thing focused on the piece a bit better. Hold on, let me try and get you in a good position so you can actually watch what I'm doing. Going down. Aha. I've bamboozled it. In case you can't tell, I'm eyeballing this a whole lot. I get a triangular file. Doing this much filing really can wear your arms out. It's hard to get a good angle for this one bit right here. It's getting a bit toasty. Nearly there. That was a fun way to test if you've got a good inscription in there. Take a bit of wood, you find a hammer. Oh, damn, the blacksmith shop, we don't have a hammer. We use a drill instead. Ooh. Maybe steel isn't too good for plastic after all. Oh, this is hickory, ain't it? That's hard. 1 second. Ah, don't fall off. Stay there. And Blake passes by, blasting Sabaton in the golf cart. So long as you actually square your piece up. Boom! There we go. It's the letter I. Now we just have to heat treat it. Alright, we're gonna try to heat treat this thing using the propane torch. You can probably hear Sabaton in the background. Don't sue us, please. They're a wonderful band. Yes, they are. Maybe turn the fan off. Go to this side because it's blowing heat straight at me. But now I can't see the colors. So yes, this is mild steel, but as long as you get something hot enough and give it a really fast quench in water, it should harden a bit at least. I think that did it. Now I just have to clean the face off and temper it, so that way we don't, you know, explode a piece of steel on our face when we try to touch mark. And the entire thing is cool to the touch. Back to the vise. Oh, Texas toast, man, is bloody wonderful.
Not fair since I was little 3 years old.
So, ooh. Oh, feel how it skates that file?
Ooh.
That's definitely hard. We aren't trying to deform it, we're just getting the scale off the surface so I can see the temper colors. The two of us just had a rather gripping conversation about sandwiches.
I am good at making sandwiches, just to let you know. If you want me to make you one, send me an email.
But you never check your email.
You'll have to dig me up on your own. I'm not getting you any email info.
More water. That's good. Back to the fire. I'm taking a quick break. Come walk with me. Just walk around the property a bit. Ah, my beloved Betty. So, anyways, this video is being filmed. Let me check the date again really quick. September 9th. It's a Wednesday. And this Friday is September 11th. And if you live in America and don't know the significance of September 11th, you have a problem. Oh, there's the bees. Anyways, so I just wanted to take a second here to mention that, really, because it's a very big and very historical thing to have happened. And it cannot be forgotten. We cannot afford to let it be forgotten. But then I also decided to give you guys a bit of trivia about September 11th. And no, I'm not talking about the attacks in New York. We're talking about a bit of history. So, fun fact about September 11th. If any of you listen to Sabaton, you'll know the song "The Winged Hussars." It's an absolutely wonderful song. But You see, what's incredibly significant about it, about September 11th and the Winged Hussars, is that's when they arrived. The iconic line, "Then the Winged Hussars arrived." Well, they arrived September 11th at around noon, I think. That's when they came and charged down the mountain. So, yeah, coincidence? Probably not, but still, it's a bit of fun history for you guys regarding this day. Yeah. God bless America, you know. It's a wonderful country, and it was a terrible thing that happened back in all those years ago. And I can't let them be forgotten. So, assuming I actually get this out on September 11th, here's to those who died, you know. May they rest in peace. This battery's about dead, so I gotta shut things off now until the other battery charges back up again, so, sorry, you won't get to see this stuff. Hey, you're finally awake. So this battery right here has, it's got about 3/4 of a charge on it, so yeah, so quick little weather update then. Where I left you guys off, I don't remember, but now, now that I've profiled, I've decided to leave this bit where the end of the tang burnt off. I decided to leave that because I thought that looked kind of cool, like a bit of a window breaker kind of thing. I've got the bevels mostly roughed in, got the false bevels roughed in. Need to do a bit of cleanup work around here at the plunge line. It's turning out pretty cool though. So, file work then. So I've realized I should probably drill the holes for the scales first, because if I harden this thing, I can't drill those holes anymore, so. Well, in case you haven't realized by now, we're doing a full tank construction on this thing. So, I have hickory, in my opinion, the best handle material there is. And we're going to go ahead and cut ourselves out a couple pieces. Oh, come on. There's a crack in this piece. One second. Alright, we're back. Or I'm back. Me and Blake just took a quick spin on the golf cart. So now I gotta mark this thing out. Ain't exact, but it's good enough. So now we're gonna go to the drill press. Alright. Let's see, can you see anything over here? Yeah, here you go, good. Dude, see, this stuff is hard. Let me try torching it for a bit, see if I can soften it some. Alright, it's been a while. It's still too hot to touch after the torching, but let's see if it's softened enough for the drill to get through. The answer to that question is no. Son of a... let's... Give me like an hour to relight the forge. We'll see if thermal cycling it better will help clear this issue up. Be back then. Well, I had expected this to be a one-day build, but it's starting to shape out to be a two-day build. There's been a problem at nearly every turn. First the piece kept flying, then we burnt part of the tang off. You guys didn't see whether the tip had a crack through it, so I had to break that off while I was grinding. And the holes wouldn't drill through. I finally gave in and forged a quick and dirty hole punch, but I'm currently just too exhausted to actually carry on with this for today, so I have to pick this up tomorrow then.